Brie Larson opens up a little bit about how being cast as Captain Marvel has changed her life, and how after it, everything has been completely different than what it was before. Yeah, that makes sense. So first and foremost, let's get the obvious out of the way. We know she got a huge payday for her first appearance. Like, it was absolutely astronomical how much she was paid for her first appearance for Captain Marvel compared to what every other MCU actor was paid for their first appearance. And honestly, good for her. She won an Oscar before it. She was one of the leading fan casts, so she talked her way along with her agents into a giant payday. And she talked a little bit about how her life has changed. Essentially, before she was Captain Marvel, and I don't want to read the entire giant page worth of quotes and paragraphs, I'll summarize it here. Paparazzis didn't really care much, right? They were just like, oh, it's Brie Larson, whatever, she's doing whatever. After Captain Marvel, paparazzi are all over her. They want pictures of her. Gotta get that image of Brie Larson because it's gonna get clicks. She talks about some of the outrage towards her, which she doesn't really know about or doesn't care about because, well, she doesn't care because she's the lead in a highly successful film and she's going to be part of the future Avengers, and she's already been in the biggest film of all time. So again, she's really been opening up just about everything, and it's kind of refreshing to just see her talk about this, not in interviews or anything, just kind of talk about it on YouTube in her own voice, her own channel, not monitored. And then she talks a little bit about kind of how big this is and how long it was in development. And it's interesting to know that apparently she knew she was going to get cast in about 2016-ish. Maybe even a little bit earlier, she was already having those conversations, and then it just kind of happened, but they had to wait to announce it, and things were looking different. And this is pretty big, honestly. Yet, you look at it, it changed her life. Like, she's guaranteed now a successful career for the rest of her life. No matter what happens, Captain Marvel money will be there. And she never pretty much has to star in anything else if she doesn't want. So all things considered, yeah, it changed her life, just like it changed most people's lives. And I would say, her and Chadwick Boseman, probably the biggest successes in the last 5 years when it comes to Marvel Studios, because they really got themselves some killer deals and a good another 10-15 years on their careers.